Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? You guys already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Click that notification bell so you can get notified when I upload. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. And I know, man, being from Washington, D.C., I made this channel to not only just cover on the Washington teams. It's a sports guy, baby. Yeah, I don't cover certain sports, maybe soccer, rugby or baseball. I cover basketball, but not on a daily. So many games, but the sports god is in tune to what's going on. Here's some breaking news when it represents my town, my city, Washington, D.C. My Washington Commanders, though the news has been traveling and has surfaced on the surface, we have a new sheriff in town here in Washington, D.C. for the Washington Commanders, which is former defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, Dan Quinn, as he has been named the head coach of the Washington Commanders. We, meaning Josh Harris, Magic Johnson, Bob Myers, so many intricate parts to the whole search plan to rejuvenate the city, rejuvenate the organization, considering that we had 20 years of Mr. Dan Snyder, right? And so, with that being said, we have now got a new regime under a new GM, Adam Peters, who is a San Francisco 49ers slash, hey, he's been around the league. Now he has his shot to become the head guy, and they have hired Dan Quinn, which was going to be an obvious move. Dan Quinn has brought on his defensive secondary coach slash defensive, what you would call that. I can't really register it, but Joe Witt, and on the defensive side of the ball, his secondary coach slash now he's the defensive coordinator. And then for the offensive coordinator, there has been plenty of speculation on who it would be, but we all have known and know now that it is Cliff Kingsbury, former head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, was just on the sidelines at USC with the top generational prospect in Caleb Williams, who is actually from the Washington, D.C. area and played at Gonzaga High School. And if you're familiar with Gonzaga High School, you know they take battle a lot with like schools like Good Counsel and DeMatha, which has produced a multitude of great athletes. But they ducked their smoke with my alma mater, Dunbar Senior High School. Really didn't want to mess with us when I play ball. But here nor there, I'm just talking junk. But let's get to business. Cliff Kingsbury has a close relationship with Kyler Murray. I'm just going to keep it funky with you. No ESPN, no this, that, and the third as far as nationally broadcast type of shows. Just from the sports god himself. And, okay, you got an offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury. You got your guy, your man, Caleb Williams. You work with this guy. Yes, you was an NFL head coach for the Arizona Cardinals. You had Kyler Murray, right? Cool. I mean, Arizona to me is Arizona. That's just to me. That's just how I feel about the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, I feel like he had success in Arizona. Considering, all right, let's not get it twisted. Arizona had a year, spectacular year. Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, and all of those guys that they had on that squad. Went to the Super Bowl, lost it by the skin hair, the chin to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually was rooting for the Arizona Cardinals in that Super Bowl, right? Because the story was great. Kurt Warner came from where he came from, also orchestrated the Los Angeles Rams, the greatest show on turf, to be able to go to Arizona and get the Arizona Cardinals to the Super Bowl. I mean, this is the Cardinals. You hear me? The Cardinals, bro. Yeah, he got them to the Super Bowl, and they were just a play or two away from actually winning the Super Bowl. All right, here nor there. Kingsbury had a chance with Kyler Murray. Great talent at quarterback. Obviously has a rocket arm. Could have played baseball. Obviously got tremendous legs. Can run. You know what I mean? And just make plays. Come from an air raid system. You know, throwing the ball, just flinging the ball, putting defenses in positions that defenses really don't want to get into, right? Here nor there, the Washington Commanders hired Dan Quinn, like I said, defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Now he's here with the Commanders, and Dan Quinn has not only gotten a lot of praise from his players, which is key. I mean, if you have a guy coming into your building as a coach, a head coach at that, understanding that it's a long season and guys are drained mentally, physically, because they work hard throughout the week. They work hard throughout OTAs. They work hard to get into the season. They work hard, you know, on a multitude of things. But to be able to get a coach that is able to tap in with the team in general, not just on an individual basis, but to be able to tap into the whole team. When you talking championship football, I've been a part of championships my whole life, have won championships my whole life. No, I didn't reach that level, so I'm not speaking from that standpoint. But what I'm speaking from is the simple and reality fact of the matter is, when you have a group of guys that are super talented, some can get over the top with their thought process on them, how talented they are. But when you're orchestrating something special and have a group of guys that are multi-talented and that can carry a team to a certain standpoint, to the ultimate goal, obviously, you need a head, let's say head of the body, right? You need one that can be able to tap into all of those resources, all of those type of emotions. He has to be the guy in charge. He has to be a leader of men in this case. And Dan Quinn has obviously been that type of guy, because I mean, the players that he coached rave about him. I mean, obviously he was in the Super Bowl versus the Patriots, and he had Kyle Shanahan as his offensive coordinator. They blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl and lost that. But here nor there, he's here. The energy is great. Joe Witt's been working with him. I feel like the defense will be legit. the pieces that we already have in place. I feel like with their coaching, their schemes, their system, their terminology, their disguises on coverages, on blitzes, I feel like that would be exciting for those guys, and I'm sure that they feel the same way. Offensively, hey, Cliff Kingsbury spreads the field with the air raid offense. He's been tied to Caleb for obvious reasons. He's coached him. The Commanders have the number 2 pick of the draft. Me personally, hey man, if you can't get Caleb, okay, it's great. I've locked in on Jaden Daniels to me. Some say he's too small. He may need to eat some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't know. I look at the guy producing on the field. I feel like he is a generational talent within himself as far as the ability to be able to move with his legs, make plays, extend plays on the run, and in the pocket. You have some that have Drake May, a quarterback from Carolina, like Sam Howell, that some project him to be. Man, listen, you can't lose with 1, 2, and 3 as far as what's being reported. I'm telling you who I would like. If I cannot get Caleb Williams to pair with Cliff Kingsbury, when I think of Kyler Murray, I think of Jaden Daniels. Will he be a better passer than Kyler Murray in the NFL? We shall see. This young man won the Heisman. I think he's effective running or throwing. I'm interested to see with Josh Harris, the owner. Josh Harris, the owner of the Washington Commanders, a la Magic Johnson and, like I said, Bob Myers and Spielman and others, to see not only with what they do with the number 2 overall pick, but how Adam Peters and Quinn and that staff organize the best potential talent to be able to compete for years to come. This should be an interesting off-season, draft, free agency, with all the cap space and money that the Washington Commanders have. It should be an interesting off-season. Big game this week. 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs. Who you got? Let me know in the comments. If you're a Commanders fan or Washington Redskins fan or Washington football team fan, let me know in the comments what you think about the move so far that this new regime has made. Will it long term? Can't think short term. In a 4 to 5 year window, how do you see the Washington Commanders? It's your boy, Sports Guy TV, where we talk sports like religion, and I'm out. Till the next time.